Chilli, not you. That is so, you know, that is so unpretty. Just when I was, what about your friends, Chilli? What about your friends? This is not how it works.
He's out of line, but he's right.
I can tell you this, she ain't too proud to beg. She is not. And apparently she does enjoy scrubs. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse.
MAGAs make America great again, but my MAGA people, which is the greatest phrase in the history of politics, it's the most important movement by far, probably in the history of the world. I mean, you know, there's never been anything like this.
You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
Now there I was, coming off of a moment of beautiful unity between people of all colors and strata in society deciding to come together in harmony.
People, I would like to request that you also bring back Mark-ass Busta. In return, we will bring back Scallywag and Rapscallion. Thank you for your time on this matter. Please be prompt in your response.
That specific request is going to be left up to the California blacks.
California Black here. I can confirm that we will bring back Mark-ass Busta. I would love if you brought back Cruising for a Bruising.
The White Delegation sees no reason we can't bring back Cruising for a Bruising. In exchange, we request that you bring back Jive Turkey.
Jive Turkey? We can bring it back. It's gonna cost you, though. At the bare minimum, we're gonna need, for Pete's sake, in return.
No, we gotta ask for more than for Pete's sake. We gotta, if they want Jive Turkey back, we gotta ask for more. Also, I thought that Scallywag was ours. Did they really come with Scallywag? That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong.
You dog. You Scallywag.
There I was, coming out of a moment of peace and harmony, especially in resistance, when I see this. Nick Cannon, Dems are the KKK party, and I F with Trump. Is it the kids? Is it because Tucker Carlson said he had a lot of kids, and then that coupled with Elon Musk, they really are dominating the seed spreading community. That's what I told them that was going to be a problem. If we didn't address that and apologize to all the brothers that we slandered for spreading their seed, I knew they were going to take over that demographic. I knew it.
Part of the Republican Party.
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal. Yeah. I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that you had a whole nother, you up there with the elite now? Or?
Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people.
Okay,
and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color. And the Republicans do. And that's the misconception.
Now, are y'all thinking what I'm thinking? Y'all thinking what I'm thinking? Amber Rose. Amber Rose, wasn't you just there crying to Candace Owens after they threw you in the trash? You went to the RNC to go and try and resuscitate what was left of your career, and they threw you in the trash and you went crying to Candace Owens. You think we forgot? You think we forgot? Now, we very much remember that. And how exactly did that go? Because you are now in a video with Nick Cannon. You led the conversation and you didn't even make the headline. Well done.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%.
Thank you,
People
Nick.
don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Boy, ain't no waiting, boy.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am.
And I will probably never say this again, but Amber Rose probably should be more outspoken. More outspoken than you. If that's what you're coming with, Nick Cannon, that's what you're coming with, Nick Cannon, she probably should be. This is one of the favorites of the Black MAGAs, going back to the Republicans are the party of Lincoln, and they are the ones that freed the slaves. Never mind that your current president slanders Lincoln every opportunity that he gets. And I could go to, who passed civil rights legislation and who's been working to erode it literally ever since, or the fact that the Democratic Party hasn't won the white vote since passing civil rights legislation. But why don't we go here? Who does the KKK vote for now? Who do they vote for? Who do they vote? Because y'all pretend like racism was this imaginary thing that popped up 250 years ago, and then the Republicans just killed it. Ain't been no racism ever since. Pick a white supremacist group. How did that vote break down in 2024? Y'all just, how many rebel flag / Kamalas did you see? Huh? How many Confederate Biden flags did y'all see out there? Huh? How many of those was out there? Because that's a current development, okay? That is, it's insane to go back 250 years to address something that's happening now. I know she cheat on me every night. I know she cheat on me every night, have me down in the clinic every 2 weeks. But I like to focus on when we made our vows 2 decades ago, she said she would never cheat. So that to me is more important than what she's actively doing on a daily basis. Hold on a second. I got to take my medication.
Brother,
Is that what you teaching the kids, Nick Cannon? I mean, really, is that what you teaching the kids? Lord help us. Hey, well, it can't be any worse than what Linda McMahon is teaching the kids. So I can only imagine that. And then there's this. Rosanda Chilli Thomas of TLC made a number of donations to Donald Trump's presidential campaign in 2024, FEC records reviewed by the Independent Show. If you've ever made the mistake of visiting her Instagram page, you won't be surprised by this. Chilli, not you. That is so, that is so unpretty. Just when I was, this how you rolling? It's something wicked this way. Yeah, it's definitely something wicked this way. And I've been digging on her like this whole time. That's crazy. This is a case of fake people. This definitely a case of fake people.
Hey, you know who lives in this house? A great big phony.
What about your friends, Chilli? What about your friends?
Every now and then I get a little crazy.
This is not how it works.
He's out of line, but he's right.
I can tell you this, she ain't too proud to beg. She is not. And apparently she does enjoy scrubs.
At this point, I can't even cancel my tickets because En Vogue is going to be there, even though I should. I should have known. I should have known you was one of them. I could put my finger on it, but it was definitely giving Stacey Dash. And mind you, I already bought the tickets before I found out about this story, so I'm even more infuriated. Now, shout out to the Midas Touch because they just published this story and my mind is completely blown. Not at the fact that she's an actual supporter of his, but the things that she was posting in support of him. Now, in this Midas Touch article, they go on to show that she had been donating to the Trump campaign, small dollar donation amounts, but nonetheless, she's giving money to that man. And then I believe the Midas Touch did a bit of a deeper dive because they're like, who exactly is she following? Look at the Newsmax is crazy. Tommy Lauren is even crazier.
Excuse me, ma'am. You cooking. How we gonna act like Terrence Williams ain't the craziest one there? Come on. Put some respect on Terrence Williams' name. The man selling flapjacks with his face on it to MAGA.
But what's even more gross and disgusting about Chilli's support of this movement is the stuff that they found in her repost. Now, Chilli had reposted this conspiracy theory video seen here of them trying to equate Michelle Obama to being born a male. Now, she's since unreposted it, like taken it out of her recent repost, but it was right there and everybody could see it. And because of that repost about Michelle Obama and that just fake, disgusting nonsense, especially coming from another Black woman, the fact that you will repost that is even sick. But that repost basically brought the Midas Touch down this rabbit hole of like, well, what side is she really on? This side, this is the side she on. I'm so mad. I didn't just bought my tickets. And I literally just rewatched their iHeartRadio performance with In Vogue and Salt and Pepper. I can't believe her. And I should have bought that ticket refund protection. I didn't think there was a reason to, but now I kind of wish I did.
Yeah, you gotta check that MAGA refund protection box. They got a MAGA refund protection box that you can check. That's how they got Kid Rock's tour so down bad. Hey, Chilli, there's always a spot for you on Kid Rock's tour. You got it. Shout out to the Midas Touch for this deep dive too. Man, who would have known they would have upset so many middle-aged Black people? That's me. I'm the middle-aged Black people. At least I ain't buy no tickets though.
So Chilli from TLC is a MAGA supporter, and I've been asked to give my thoughts. So here goes. In 2017, she said all lives matter. She got dragged, and then she walked it back. Then we find out she's following Don Jr., Tommy Lahren, Terrence Williams, and Newsmax. No progressive sites at all. Then she reposts some debunked conspiracy theory about Michelle Obama from an account that pushes flat earth and lizard people. And she never addressed it. Then, well, the FEC has dropped their records and nearly $800 to Trump's PAC, $63 to NRSC, and $7 to Ted Cruz.
I'm sorry. Did you say $7 to Ted Cruz? Like $7? That sounds like a personal Venmo. Did she go with him on that vacation or something?
17 donations in all. So this isn't a slip. This is a pattern. She went from no scrubs to now financing one. Now, here's where it gets complicated. T-Boz has sickle cell. She has publicly fought for the Affordable Care Act through policies that now Chilli's money helps to defund. This is weird. But T-Boz knows this. She has always known this. And she is still on that tour. They just announced their tour. So either they have an understanding we're not privy to, or T-Boz is operating at a level of compartmentalizing what's going on between them. You know, that might be a teachable moment for all of us. Because how many of us have someone we love whose politics make our stomach turn? Here. And we still show up, right? So T-Boz is modeling something a lot of us preach, but very few actually practice.
No, I think more people practice that. That's just called, I'm not going to let your stupidity stop my bag. That's all that is. That's all that is. I'm not going to let your stupidity stop my bag. Easy peasy.
That doesn't mean Chilli's choices don't have consequences, because they do. The PR move is simple. Chilli has to speak up, not a publicist, her, because silence right now is, you know, a confession. So I want to know from you, does this change how you feel about TLC? Will you still buy those tickets? Will you still play their music? Because this reporting is spreading. Can the damage be mitigated, or has the internet already decided?
And just one guess what she went with. I want to be clear. I am not MAGA and do not support any of the many policies that are causing great harm to the American people. I made a mistake too many make. I did not read the fine print. I thought I was supporting causes against human trafficking and for veterans, two things I care deeply about as my dad is a veteran and everyone knows I love children. I have learned a valuable lesson and ask for grace as I navigate this. Love, Chilli. Yeah, what does any of that have to do with Michelle Obama as a man? What does any of that have to do with Michelle Obama as a man? I know, all that good veteran content that's produced by Terrence Williams and Tomi Lahren. Come on. Come on. You didn't read the fine print. Wasn't no fine print. It wasn't made for people who can read.
I love the poorly educated.
TLC's Chilli claims she accidentally shared a negative post about former First Lady Michelle Obama on social media and that any political donations she made were meant to help veterans. She made a video. It better be as good as Red Light Special.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman.
I would say you need to add moving forward. I would never do that. You already did that. I don't know why you would start. You're moving forward. I will never do that. Fixed it.
I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody. And I immediately went to my page to see what was going on. Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button. And I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls.
You were scrolling where? Huh? Because people have accidentally hit the repost button. That happens. And then you let everybody know about the content that you are consuming. You can't repost what ain't on your feed, Chilli. Huh?
But of course, I took that down and, I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids.
Now that's worth looking into. That is worth looking into. Hey, in the interest of full disclosure, let's get all of the information out. That doesn't necessarily undo the repost because we've seen some Obama to Trump jumps before and they make as little sense as what you're talking about. So it would fit.
I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. I'm just not wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. I have always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, this from me, that I would never do anything so disrespectful, and I would just never, I'm just not about hate or anything like that. If you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection.
Well, she's appealing to her fans. Let's see what they had to say. She should stick to the rivers and lakes she is used to. Hey! Oh, that was good. Yeah, just like Mike showed the proof, she's MAGA down. Let's see, we got a "We love you, Charlie. Well done, good and faithful servant." We got her liking Donald Trump winning Georgia. Donald Trump will become the president. She liked that. And then reposting Byron Donalds. Matter of fact, apparently she follows Byron Donalds on Instagram. You following Byron Donalds? You following Byron Donalds? Chilli, was y'all married? You know, because marriages be coming out of woodwork with Byron. You know what I mean? It was Jamaican accent, kind of semi good. He would drop it often. Jamaican accent, 90s, early 2000s, huh? Florida State jersey. Unsure how you donate multiple times to Trump, Senate Republicans, and Ted Cruz, quote, for the veterans. That is a very solid point, but I would actually ask this question because it's just so baffling to me that all of the evidence is there of how you're rocking and who you ride with, but you decide that you want to disavow it when it becomes public. It's so confused. Like, be who you want to be. There are consequences and ramifications to that, but ain't no reason in perpetrating a fraud when we have all of this evidence. Now, I can at least give you the decency, Chilli, of reading the room. Nick Cannon, on the other hand, who decides to go MAGA now? Who decides to come out and say, I like Trump now? Like, I said that about Nicki Minaj, and that was months ago. Now, with record low approval, did you see CPAC? Look at all the empty seats at this year's CPAC comparatively.
Strong sanctions by the Trump administration against Supreme Court justices and officials of National Election Commission of Korea.
For context, this was last year's crowd. Nick Cannon, was you standing outside just waiting for seats to open up? You and Myron from Fresh and Fit, like, oh, now we can get some good seats now.
I love the poorly educated.
Y'all out here treating CPAC like a Wizards home game. Just came in from outside all the way to the front row because you know ain't nobody else interested. If CPAC turnout is any representation of what November is going to look like, Republicans should be in full panic mode. No, they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right because Nick Cannon on the way. And he going to bring his whole family, all of them. They'll fill them seats up. Yeah, they got it.
There's rock, roll, golden, powerful, rise, onyx, legendary, Zion, zillion, zen, and see, this is where how many?
You're missing two.
I'm missing two.
It's so bad in MAGA land that they were cheering for impeachment. Yeah.
How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. That was the wrong answer. Let me try it again. How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. Can someone bring some coffee out for the people of CPAC?
I know.
We've got to keep this House majority. How many of you agree with that?
Hey, he gonna cry in the car. He gonna cry because he know Trump gonna see that. He not gonna be happy. He gonna get kicked out the club. Yeah, he gotta reconstruct things out of whole cloth by himself. Not unlike Chilli. You gotta put it all together again. Go to them rivers and them lakes and pick up sticks. Hey, Nick Cannon, when you go down there, I don't know what your child support situation is, but just be on the lookout because they serving people. Yes, they are.
Into our country, most of them break a law within the first 3 months. Most of them, we're on TV here, please. We're on TV, please. We're on TV, please. Okay, we're on TV, please. We're on TV, please. Okay, we're on TV, please.
What are you serving him with?
We're on TV, please. We're on TV,
what are you serving him with?
I'm not accepting.
What are you trying to serve? Ma'am,
we're on TV, please.
Yes.
We're on TV, please. Okay.
You know, Mike Lindell, what you needed was a pillow. If you had a pillow, you would have been able to protect yourself in that situation. Man, you learn something new every day. That's crazy. I don't know who he taking with him down there. Huh? Afroman what? Oh, I heard about that. Hey, the judge in the Afroman trial was out of pocket. Don't make me spin the block on that.
I'm sure this is the kind of thing that judges are not supposed to do during a trial.
He wanted to know what we got so hung up on. Huh? One of the jurors told him it was the actual malice, and he wanted to know if he explained everything good enough, and we told him yes.
He should have never asked you guys what you got hung up on.
One of the jurors asked, do you think these songs and videos will stop now? He said, look at him out there, his big ego, he's loving this and it'll never stop. Or basically, we knew he didn't like him after that.
So you're telling me that the judge was asking you also kind of what went wrong?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what the?
Oh, I can't. I'm shocked.
All of that's inappropriate. The judge should just be thanking you for your service and your dedication to the case and following the rules.
That juror came forward anonymously, so that's why you don't see her face, because she's like, I'm not comfortable sharing this, but what happened during trial, I don't think should have happened. Because that was the judge asking the jury what they got hung up on, them to find Afroman innocent and not award these police officers millions of dollars. These officers really thinking they were about to get a huge payday by this. I mean, you can see how pissed off they are. This was right after the judge reluctantly let Afroman know that he won his case and he was found not guilty of defamation. Stemming from the song he made, trying to poke fun out of a horrible situation where cops came to his house, destroyed his property, looking for a dungeon, because allegedly they said he had kidnapped someone and was holding someone in a dungeon, except his house didn't even have a basement. Because Afroman had security everywhere in his house, he saw the cops rummaging through his things, taking all of the cash they could find out of his clothing and his drawers. We knew all of this for this trial, and yet the judge made it perfectly clear to the jury that he was expecting them to find Afroman guilty of defamation.
So let me get this straight. So y'all trump up charges, invade the man's home, destroy his property, $400 came up missing, then sue him. We haven't gotten any sort of justice when it comes to that. Now the judge out here trying to influence the jury, and we supposed to pretend like we didn't. That's not why you brought up Afroman? MAGA? Nah, I ain't believing that. Not as anti-police as... Ain't no way. Donald Trump meets Afroman, May of 2024. Nah, that's from Johnny MAGA. That's from Johnny MAGA. We done already been through the Johnny MAGA account. We know what's good with the Johnny MAGA account. So no, I'm not believing. He had posted that. Donald Trump likes my new song, Hunter Got High, and my Lemon Pound Cake album. We laughed about us both getting raided, and we got a lot in common. Okay, I'll take it back. Afroman isn't MAGA, and he doesn't love Trump. He's still a libertarian, and this rubs me wrong. He says this was just a handshake, but he still posted the pic on his Insta. Congratulations on the lawsuit. I still think this is douchey. He really did a Hunter Got High song, though? when Don Jr. was right there?
He was gonna go visit his dad, but Hunter got high.
Hey, if he is, he gonna learn. He gonna find out all about it. He gonna find out exactly how seasoned that lemon pound cake is down there. What they tell me? They never seen a black person at Mar-a-Lago? Good luck if you go down there for Mar-a-Lago lunch. We know exactly what that looks like. I think Nick Cannon might have finally met his match. Ain't gonna be no more kids popping out from Mar-a-Lago. I hope not.
This is egregious work. This is nasty, egregious work.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I would like to wish you a happy Women's History Month. Shout out to all the women whose hard work makes this channel go.
I ain't the one, baby.
Wait a minute. No, because you got Miss Ray doing the mods, and you got Regina doing the research, and your wife be doing the admin. You got nothing but women up here. This a whole DEI operation. I'm telling Trump. Nah, I'm telling Trump. This a whole DEI thing you got going on here. What you mean, what's DEI?
How do you interpret DEI?
And I would also like to shout out all the women who show up and support the channel every single day. People like Gigi, the crochet queen, who sent me this. Love your channel. Here's a pic of me wearing the Who Raised Y'all t-shirt. I love it. Excellent quality. It's in my weekly rotation. Be blessed and keep informing us in only the Reese way. You make me feel like a natural woman. I'm yours. I see you, Gigi. Now, I had a babysitter that liked to crochet. I didn't know you was the queen, though. And she's not going to take that well. She is not going to take that well.
I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no.
People like Kel, who sent me, I took time out of my day to send you this. Quiet as it's kept. I hate taking pictures due to my big-backed activities, but I wanted to show my support. I love your channel. Woman to woman. Kel, honestly, if it wasn't for big-backed activities, I wouldn't have no activities. That's what I put down. I just had my physical, and for activities, I put big back. That's what I do there.
Yeah, boy. That's it. That lovely.
I enjoy watching your Who Raised Y'all segment so much, I just had to cop that merch. Keep bringing the truth and the funny to us 99% bottom feeders of the world. Also, good to know that we have great taste in Basquiat and Marley. Bless up. From Yolanda from Wakanda. Man, the best thing about being a woman is the ability to have a little fun. I'm sensing a theme with the women and the Who Raised Y'all shirt. I'm also sensing a theme from you, Yolanda. What's that you smoking? I can smell it from here. Hey, I used to be a backslider. I used to be a backslider. And we gotta show some love to Auntie Sugar, who sent me her Who Raised Y'all mug and a face that can only be described as quintessential Who Raised Y'all. Like, that's the quintessential Who Raised Y'all look right there. Honestly, that look should be on a t-shirt.
He's right, you know.
To all of you, happy Women's History Month. We do this every single year, right? Put up posters with the elegant fonts, pick the safe names, the ones who've been gone long enough that their anger doesn't make us uncomfortable anymore. We hand out the awards for Women's History Month. We hold the luncheons and act like we're doing someone a favor by granting them 31 days of recognition, as if history was ours to give away in the first place. And let's all take a moment, because we just came out of Black History Month, and it's bad enough that we've whitewashed history to the point where we have to go out of our way to recognize Black people. But Black people are, 12% of the population? Women are half. 51% on a good day. And we have mansplained history to the point where we have to take a month to specifically acknowledge the contributions of half the population.
This doesn't make a lick of sense.
Even then, it's a lie. A comfortable, well-packaged lie, but a lie nonetheless. We talk about women's history like it's a separate wing of the building, like a special interest project. We act like men built the foundation, laid the brick, and wired the electricity, and every once in a while a woman walked in and hung a nice picture on the wall. That ain't how it went down. The bricks were held together by the labor we refused to pay for. The foundation was dug by women whose names we scrubbed off the blueprints. Every great man we worship in our textbooks was standing on the shoulders of a woman who was told to stay quiet so he could speak louder. We spent centuries taking their ideas and calling them discovery, taking their resilience and calling it duty, taking their silence and calling it consent. And now we want to be thanked for giving them a month, for acknowledging that, yes, actually, they were here the whole time. If you want to honor history, stop treating it like a memorial service for something that's over. It's happening right now. It's in the room where she's being talked over. It's in the lab where she's doing the work while he's getting the funding. It's in the home where she's holding the world together while we take credit for the gravity. Don't give them a month. Give them the microphone. And then have the courage to sit down and listen to the history they're making while we're busy pretending we're the ones in charge of the clock. Now, we're going to talk about the ones who carried the signs, the ones who flew the planes, the ones who refused to get up from the seat, and we should. But keep in mind, history isn't just the woman in the oil painting or the black and white photograph. History is the woman who taught her neighbor to read in secret because the law said her mind was a dangerous thing. It's the mother who worked 3 jobs so her daughter wouldn't have to work 1. It's the scientist whose name was left off the paper, the artist whose work was signed by her husband, and the millions of women whose history was simply survival. Because where would we be without it? They aren't just a contribution to the story. They are the story. Happy Women's History Month. When a man loves a woman. I don't know what happens then. That's kind of been my problem.